Within the next 30 minutes, Concorde is due to touch down in New York for the last time. On board are the aircraft's final fare-paying passengers, enjoying a last taste of supersonic travel before the plane retires tomorrow. Nicholas Witchell was at Heathrow to see it take off.
Leaving her home port for the final time on a commercial flight. 27 years after she came into service, the mighty roar of supersonic travel is about to be silenced. Among those checking in for the final fare-paying flight to New York were some who'd flown many times, others for whom it will be the first and only time. All, though, felt a sadness.
I've been on Concorde 70 times, and this is a very sad day. In many ways, we're going back, we're not going forward.
The same feeling is apparent in the hangars, where Concorde's engineers toiled hard to restore the plane's reputation after the Paris crash, only to see it now fall victim to the international downturn in air travel.
It's the first time in aviation history we're actually taking a backward step. Mankind is not used to doing that, and as an engineer used to technological development, it's the first time we've actually stopped and taken a step back.
How different it was at the start. This was Concorde 002, the British prototype in 1972. At the controls, the Duke of Edinburgh. 31 years later, he paid his own tribute to the plane.
I think a phenomenal technical achievement. I mean, when you think of the complications and the extent to which practically everything was novel about her, I mean, it was a remarkable achievement, and I think it was in the tradition of some of the really great engineering triumphs of people, engineers and designers in this country.
But years of aeronautical excellence and majestic spectacle are no good when they don't also make economic sense. And so, in less than 24 hours now, this cockpit, this aircraft, will be little more than a museum piece. Ahead of its time when it came into service, before its time, many might say, in being taken into retirement. As the last commercial flight of the world's first supersonic passenger plane headed out of London tonight, who can say when the world will see its successor and passengers will once again be able to purchase a ticket and fly at twice the speed of sound? Nicholas Witchell, BBC News, at Heathrow Airport.
And Jeremy Bowen is at New York's JFK Airport waiting for Concorde to arrive. It's not quite the last flight tonight, is it? Because it's got to come back to Heathrow. What are the plans for the flight tomorrow?
Well, it's an invitations-only flight, though there's one man on board who actually paid for a ticket. He booked it months ago. He didn't know it was going to be the last flight. BA are preparing something special, I think, for tomorrow. One thing they say about the last few months since Concorde since the news came out that Concorde was being pulled, is that the passenger profile has changed. Far more people now having the trip of a lifetime. So even though Concorde's running a bit late tonight, I think they'll probably be having fun.
Jeremy, thanks very much indeed.